Let's go for some alpha. So what are your stock picks this evening? Jared, what takes your fancy?
My stock pick this evening is Absa Bank. So obviously well known to most of the viewers. We think the broader Big Four banking space looks reasonable at the moment. I mean, you're looking at mid-single digit PEs across most of these stocks with reasonable earnings prospects into 2024. Now, Absa was a big laggard last year with kind of well-known issues, particularly in the rest of Africa portfolio, some of the bond write-downs in Ghana, and then challenges in the SA portfolio as well. I mean, Absa lent relatively aggressively in the SA retail business coming out of COVID, and you saw a bit of credit pressure emerge in their numbers in the first half, as well as some of the guidance pre-close into the second half. So a bit of pressure on that side, plus the rest of Africa challenges, cause a bit of the underperformance. So we just think, Absa, circa 6 PE here, 8% dividend yield. There's a lot of negativity in the price at the moment. And we think we should get a better earnings performance next year, cycling a particularly low base. So a lot is in the valuation. And any uptick in the macro, if we see rate cuts come back, that's clearly a positive, both in terms of the credit loss ratio. They're quite defensively positioned on their NIM, so just supportive in terms of the rate decrease as well. Plus cost of equity drifting lower will be positive across the bank. So we think there's good upside in a normal scenario. And then if we do see a positive macro event, obviously very positive for the banks in general.
Yeah, okay. Gary, how about you?
I also like Absa. It's actually one that we put out. I like that stock pick. But yeah, so for me, I'm just going to go kind of a little bit more simple, just on a macro view. Buy Growthpoint. Also keeping it local, sort of local, because only around 62% of the revenue is coming from South Africa at this stage. Another 30% coming from Australia. But well diversified property REIT. Paying a decent distribution at the moment, and it really would be a play on interest rates. I think at this stage, everyone is so pessimistic about anything to do with property, internationally. But Growthpoint has, fantastic assets within the business. I mean, there's clearly like a strong investment case for investing in property through a REIT, rather than going and doing it direct yourself, for example. And I think if we do go into a falling interest rate environment over the next, say, 3 years, I think you could get a material uplift in the price of these property REITs, and at the same time, it's paying you a distribution. We've got it 2-3 years out. We're looking at it'll be above 10%. So even if you don't see a big capital re-rating, you're still picking up a chunky distribution as well.
Yeah. Okay, gents. Thank you. We shall leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us this evening. Jared Houston is from All Weather Capital. Gary Booysen is from Rand Swiss, and up next, The Close. Stay with us.